Good morning, my lovely Karatbars family. I believe we're all in agreement that being part of Karatbars International is a tremendous blessing and a huge privilege. And I'm a firm believer that the way we show respect to someone like Dr. Harold Zeitz and Karatbars International as a company is by paying attention to and following the rules and regulations that has been set out for us as affiliates. Now, I know listening to a video about compliance is about as much fun as doing your taxes and paying traffic fines. But we're all international business owners, and understanding the rules of the company relating to our conduct, responsibilities, and our obligations is as important as helping others and building our own businesses. It is each and everyone's responsibility to know and understand what the compliance document says. So let's just first start with, where do I actually find this? Log into your Karatbars account as normal, click on General, and then go to Downloads. Choose your preferred language, and under General Information, you will find the complete compliance document. Now, I know, reading a document like this can be daunting. So my aim with this video is to highlight the most important aspects. This, however, does not detract from the importance of any item that I do not touch on, and it still remains your responsibility to read and understand all the aspects of the compliance document. Below the video, you will find timestamps of the various topics that were covered, as it is quite a lengthy video, but it will just make it easier to search for something specific. Okay, so our first topic is legal. As affiliates, we are bound and obligated to follow the laws of our own countries and meet all the legal requirements for our activities as part of Karatbars International. This includes, but is not limited to, your privacy laws, telemarketing laws, commercial laws, and all the regulations and other legal obligations set in our specific countries. If we as affiliates violate any of these laws, we are solely liable for the consequences of our actions. We're also bound to the laws of the European Union. And at all times, we have to follow the directives that has been issued internally by Karatbars itself, so as it relates to the business transactions. It is also our responsibility to declare all commissions earned and pay taxes on it. This is a business, friends. As much fun as it is to make money, it also comes with fiscal responsibilities. So what does all of this mean? We, as affiliates, are responsible for our own actions. We are required to indemnify Karatbars against all claims, costs, liability, and damages that results from our activity. Now, this is nothing to be nervous about. The company clearly communicates offers, incentives, and guarantees. As long as we stick to the official information that is being supplied by the company, our activities are in line with the company, and we don't have any personal liability. However, if you make promises or communicate information that has not been issued by Karatbars itself, that misrepresentation and any damages suffered as a result of this will be for your own account. Under no circumstances may we represent ourselves as financial, investment, tax, or legal experts unless you are actually licensed in one of those sectors and have the necessary professional insurance to cover your activities as such. So for the record, by qualification, I am an attorney or a lawyer, depending on where in the world you're watching this. Does that mean that I will give myself out as a legal expert? Absolutely, and under no circumstances. Because presenting yourself as an expert in a certain field puts a whole different load of responsibility on your shoulders. So even though I have knowledge on specific parts of the law, I definitely have no knowledge relating to the areas that we work in as affiliates. So please be careful how you present yourself. Having experience in the business does not make you an expert. This then brings us to our next topic, the behavior of us as affiliates. So like I stated earlier, you show respect to an individual or a company by the way you conduct yourself. As affiliates, it is our responsibility to be aware of all the current products that is on offer and share this with your downline. At all times, it is our responsibility to relay the information about products truthfully and professionally. And how do you do this and stay on top of the information? You stay plugged in. This is a business, so log into the website daily and check the latest news. Understand the content of every product and package and share the knowledge with your downline. As an affiliate, it is our responsibility to educate and empower the new affiliate, but it is equally important to make it clear to your downline that when you're working on a strategy as a team, that strategy is a personal opinion and it is not endorsed by Karatbars. So let's talk about the internet. We live in a day and age where actual human contact is actually being replaced by technology. Now, as amazing as technology is, let us never lose authenticity, courtesy, and respect for others. Just because you're communicating through a screen doesn't take away from the fact that there's a real person on the other end. The internet brings a lot of possibilities, but with that comes responsibility. Be aware of your actions, the statements that you make, and the words that you use. And this also comes with a very serious warning. If your behavior on the internet is unacceptable, Karatbars may terminate your account. Please heed this. Next important one, opinion versus fact. Now this is very, very important to understand. Always make it clear when you are expressing your opinion and when you're sharing facts that were issued by Karatbars as a company. As affiliates, we're allowed to speak our mind honestly. Just at all times, make it clear that you are speaking as a private person and that your statements represent your personal opinion. Affiliates are not agents of Karatbars. This means that Karatbars are not bound by any opinion or representation that us as affiliates make that are not the facts as presented in published Karatbars resources. Now I want to stop here for a second because I actually believe this is very important for you to truly understand this. An agent is someone that has been contracted by or is in the employ of a company or a person. This means that the agent has a scope of authority within which he acts and can take any action within that scope of authority, and this will bind the company that he is an agent of. So to simplify that, it means an agent that as an agent, the company says to the world, this person has the right to speak and act on my behalf, and I will take full legal responsibility for his actions. Let's take a simple example. You want to sell your house, so you employ an estate agent. You give the estate agent a mandate to find a buyer for your house for $1 million. If the agent then completely goes off script and sells your house for $20,000, include all the furniture and the Lamborghini in the garage as part of the sale, that contract will be null and void because the agent definitely did not act within the scope of his agency. So an agent is someone that acts for a company within a limited and clearly defined scope of actions. As affiliates, we are not agents for Karatbars. We are independent affiliates and our conduct does not in any way bind, contract, or represent the company. Any attempt on your part to do so is a misrepresentation, and any damages or loss that is suffered as a result of such conduct will be your responsibility and for your account as an individual. So let's summarize this. We are not employees, agents, or representatives of the company. As such, we do not accept money for Karatbars products. The company is solely responsible for direct sales. We cannot represent Karatbars in legal transactions. If we do so, we are personally and individually bound by it. Karatbars will be indemnified from any unauthorized declarations. So our next topic is quite a controversial one, the changing of sponsors. Now we're all super excited when we join the company and we're eager to grow our businesses and succeed. However, once you have joined, you cannot switch sponsors or organizations. No exceptions, no buts, no ifs. The rule applies because the company wants to preserve the ethics and morals of each individual structure. If your sponsor has deserted you, your company will put you in contact with the top leaders in your specific group for help and support and guidance. The case will also be investigated, but you cannot switch sponsors. Like I said, no ifs, no buts, no exceptions. Next topic we're going to touch on is advertising. We run a business, so obviously we are allowed to advertise Karatbars. But the material and the content we use must be in line with that is being provided by the company. All pictures, logos, and copyrighted materials can only be used with Karatbars' permission. We may only use content provided by the company and may not change or modify the content in any way. It's quite obvious that we bear the cost of any advertising campaigns that we run ourselves, but all marketing material in such an instance must make it super clear that we are independent affiliates. Now please, this is a very important one to note. We are not allowed to place ads on any advertising platform, like for instance Craigslist, eBay, Bid or Buy, anything like that. If you do so, your account will be closed immediately. I'm going to repeat that so there's no confusion or misunderstanding. You are not allowed to place advertisements on any platforms like Craigslist, eBay, Bid or Buy, or any similar advertising platform. Your account will be closed. All advertising platforms that we use must be approved by the company. So that also means that we are not allowed to run ads that promises the user a reward for interacting with an ad. So for instance, we are allowed to state something like, comment yes below for more information. That is fine, but there cannot be a reward offered for the interaction. We're also not allowed to register typo squatting domains. Now, what in the world is that, you ask? It's common knowledge that everybody makes typing errors. Now, there's a very clever marketing tool that people use where they register a domain where typing errors regularly comes up. That then redirects traffic to their accounts. We are not allowed to do this. We're also not allowed to use search engine marketing. Please do not ever publish offensive, abusive, or unlawful content. Your account will be closed. We're not allowed to place advertisements on any websites that can damage the reputation of the company. And then please, we are definitely not allowed to spam people. In other words, as much as you hate receiving unsolicited emails, please don't do that to other people. You can only send promotional emails to recipients that have expressly given their consent that they are willing to receive these emails. If at any point you're uncertain about marketing material, platforms that you want to advertise on, anything similar like that, ask. Send an email to compliance@karatbars.com. I'm going to include this email address also in the description under the video. Please make use of it and make sure. Our next topic is formulation. This is quite an extensive one, but a very, very important one as well. When you speak about Karatbars, please use the proper name, being Karatbars or Karatbars International. Karatbars is an internationally registered trade name that represents our brand and our company. They've worked hard for this, and it comes back to respect. We do not abbreviate the company name. It's not KB or KBI. It is Karatbars or Karatbars International. Now this is my super strict voice. You never, ever, ever use the words investment, return, or return on investment. Unless you are a licensed financial planner with a proper insurance in place, these terms are a surefire way of getting yourself knee-deep in you-know-what. Also, do not use the word shares. Shares again implies an investment. Now, why is this important? Because Karatbars does not sell a financial product. Okay, so by now you are probably worried that you have no idea what you can say when you explain what Karatbars is all about. Just stick to the golden line. Karatbars is an international e-commerce company that sells gold and cryptocurrency backed by gold. So let's just stop there for a second. As serious as this is, it is important that you understand that Karatbars put these rules out there to protect us. If we sell gold or crypto under the header of an investment or guarantee certain growth, the person that you made that representation to can and will hold you personally liable if the projections or promises that you made do not come to pass. So you never make calculations, period, not verbally and definitely not in writing. Also, do not claim that our crypto is 100% backed by gold. Remember, crypto coins or tokens will always be touched by an element of uncertainty in the market. Supply and demand will always have an influence on it. So in short, do not make any guarantees that has not been officially communicated and issued by the company. Best example of this up to date is the guarantee that was issued for Gold Independence Day, being 4th of July 2019. Now, you never describe Karatbars gold as currency, money, or any other similar currency-related means of payment. The correct term is we say Karatbars gold, cash gold, or it's a means of payment or exchange. We're also not allowed to use Karatbars, the name Karatbars, in a URL or an email address. So just to make that clear with an example, you cannot create a website with the name www.investinkaratbars.com. Not acceptable, it will be closed down. You can also not use an email address that says sandykaratbars@gmail.com. We only refer to Karatbars International partners if it is used in exactly the way that it has been produced on the corporate website. If we use corporate assets, we may not change any of the corresponding wording. So make sure, if you're doing, like say, a social media post, make sure that the way the specific partner you are referring to has been described on the official Karatbars website is the way that you describe it in the specific post. Now the next one is super important to take note of. You may never mention government agencies, political parties, or public entities in a derogatory, contemptuous, defamatory, or critical manner. This applies without exception, and any violation of this will lead to the immediate termination of your Karatbars account. Come on, let's be honest. We all have days where we are super aggravated by our governments, or we want to name and shame a company for something that happened. We all have opinions on things, and we're allowed to have opinions. But you are now an international business owner. Conduct yourself in a way that does yourself and the company proud. Remember, this is all about respect. So, content disclaimers. There are two instances where you are obliged to formally use a disclaimer when referring to Karatbars. The first one is if you're writing a personal blog and any of your content covers Karatbars International. The second one is any situation where you explain the Karatbars compensation plan. Now, I'm not going to read the disclaimers to you. Please see the description below this video for the full disclaimers that you have to use. I specifically typed it out in the description so you can easily access it, copy it, and use it when you need it. The status of Karatbars. So the question you will probably get the most, apart probably from the triangularly shaped one. Is Karatbars just another MLM? The answer to that is a resounding no. Karatbars is an e-commerce company that offers a free affiliate program together with an additional, optional affiliate program. Now let's just stop there for 1 second. What is e-commerce? E-commerce is the process of buying and selling products or services, making money transfers or transferring data or information over an electronic medium like the internet. This is a network that basically allows people to do business without barriers of distance or time. So let's oversimplify it. It means business conducted online. That's e-commerce. An MLM, on the other hand, is where a person buys a certain amount of products from a distributor and then goes ahead and sells it for profit or obviously purchased it for own personal use. So a person or a company can sell its products through a network of people who then in turn recruit other people to also sell the products. These physical products then has to be reordered or resold, which is usually accomplished by implementing forced or automatic order systems. Now, Karatbars is not an MLM and may under no circumstances be referred to as an MLM. The difference is extremely clear. Customers or affiliates are under no obligation to make monthly purchases. There are no fees for either the customer account or an affiliate account. And it gets even better than that. A person can open a free account, so a customer account, recommend the online gold savings program to other people, and actually then earn commission for those referrals, irrespective of the fact that he did not personally purchase a single product. I promise you, that is not what an MLM is. And that is why it's super important that when you explain Karatbars to people, you make it clear. Karatbars is an e-commerce company. It's also important to know that the option to save gold is available to any person. There's only one requirement, and that is that they have to open a free customer account. So you don't even have to be an affiliate. And this brings us to our very last topic, being our refineries. Karatbars only purchase their gold for the cards from LBMA recognized refineries. Please see below the video also for more information on LBMA and the website where you can read up everything that entails LBMA. So now, the only authorized statement we can make with regards to refineries are the following. Gold, stamped by Karatbars, is produced only by LBMA accredited refineries listed on the Good Delivery list. Please do not say that Karatbars is on the LBMA list, because it's not. LBMA accredits refineries that produce gold. Karatbars is not a gold refinery. And of course, as with all the other international partners, misuse of the LBMA name and logos can lead to the suspension or termination of your account. And that brings us to the end of this video on compliance. I really hope you found it helpful, and you are more than welcome to reach out to me personally and share this video with your teams to assist them. Have a super blessed day.